So it's no secret that most YouTubers quit right before things start working. This is called the middle phase. This is the most frustrating phase. And the reason why most people quit is because this really is the hardest phase of being a YouTuber. So when you start early, you've got energy, you have creative juices, you have ideas, and you just have hope. You believe that everything's going to work. And you post a video and you're just like, that video is going to be the video. I'm going to get famous and I'm going to be viral and everything's going to go great. But then you start learning that YouTube is more about building trust with the algorithm, building trust with your audience. And that takes time. Sure, some gurus are going to tell you that, hey, I posted 5 videos and I got monetized. They got 50,000 subscribers in a month. But the reality is that most of our channels are designed for audiences in a niche. And most of those channels have to build slowly. They build loyalty, they build trust, and you're doing something that is meaningful to your audience. The reason I started this channel is to document that experience. I have multiple YouTube channels and I'm going to share information about those channels as I go. Right now, I'm in this middle phase. The other day, I was very frustrated. I got up, I looked at my numbers, and I was just a bit down. I was just like, oh man, am I doing something wrong? What am I missing? This growth seems to be pretty linear. It's not really, doesn't look like it's compounding, even though the stats really show that everything is on an upward trajectory, which is great. But when you're in the middle phase, you're just working, and it's not really obvious when the results will come. Think about a highway. You're on a highway, you got a straight road ahead of you, you got a straight road behind you, and you don't really see much change. You don't see any exits, you don't see curves in the road, you don't see elevation changes. It's just one straight line ahead of you. And behind you is the same thing. That can be daunting because you are just in the middle of the journey and you don't know when this journey is going to end. And that's what the middle of YouTube feels like. You might get 50 views on a video, and that's not enough. It's not enough to determine whether a video is doing great or not. But you have so many videos that have 50 views or less. So that's even more frustrating because you feel like, are all these videos bad? But the truth is that it takes time for YouTube to test out those videos. It takes time for your channel to build trust with your audience. So if you're going through this middle phase right now, go ahead and leave a comment. Maybe let us know what you're dealing with and let us know how you've maybe overcome those situations. But I know for me, sometimes I have to remind myself, okay, I'm not late, I'm just early. And to me, that means that I'm not too late to be successful on YouTube. I'm just in that early stage, right? It's the middle phase with YouTube, but it's kind of that early stage where you're too early to be saying, yeah, hey, let's quit, this doesn't work. You need to keep going and you need to focus and you need to double down on what's working. So every YouTuber has to have that sort of reality check with themselves and say, am I doing everything that I need to do to grow this channel? If you are doing everything that you need to do, then you just need to stay the course. Be consistent, continue to push and learn. Every guru out there that shares this information is right, actually. They say, well, you got to be 1%, 2% better on every video. And that's absolutely true. You've got to get better with every video that you're doing. If you're speaking to a camera, think about what you can do to just be better, just to get through videos in a more succinct way. Or maybe your production needs to improve. These are all things that you can do. But the bottom line is better just means better for the viewer, right? What am I doing that makes it a better experience for the viewer? My focus this year is to focus on what is working, not what is not working. I need to look at videos that are performing and say, what is it about this video that people like? And do the same. Continue to do the same. Continue to improve. Continue to add value. Continue to grow. I know that if I do that, I'm going to get past this middle phase and get into that moment where I can monetize the channel and I can continue to improve. But I know that even when I monetize, there's going to continue to be more phases that I have to go through and grow. But right now, this is where I'm at. So I want to encourage you, because that's why I created this channel, is really as an encouragement. I want to encourage you, and I want to be encouraged. And I want us to say, hey, we can do this. Let's help each other. So one of the ways that I can help you is to say this. I have seen positive results on my channel because I've been able to stop and say, hey, this one thing is working, let's improve this one thing. I've also been able to look at my channel holistically and say, okay, this channel is not for the people that I thought it was for. It's for this select group. And I think that's a powerful moment. If you can look at your channel and figure out who your audience is, target and drill down, you will be able to help the algorithm find out who your audience is, because you will create and curate content that's exactly for them. I think that's a powerful moment. If you can do that and drill down, this is what I'm finding. In the last 14 days, I've been able to identify my audience are very, very specific individuals. So I've started to create content just for those individuals. And that's starting to target them and improve my results overall. Sure, it's still a slow rise to the top, but that rise and that ride is still enjoyable if I look at it in the right way, if I'm not impatient. You know, as a business owner, I've started many businesses, and one of my main businesses I've had for 20 years now. It took years to build that business. It took 3 years to really become profitable, 2 years to create systems, and another 5 years before it became the self-sustaining engine that just would create regardless of what I did and how I did it. So why should YouTube be any different? Now, it might not take 10 years, but it might take 3 or 4. So 3 or 4 years for you to invest in yourself, to invest in your company, your business, is really worth it. If you're starting this later in life, look at it this way. You have an opportunity to create something that's for yourself. For sure, if you started later in life, you've probably experienced a lot in your life, so you actually have an advantage. You have insights that you can share. And that's something that, you know, it's an asset. So I encourage you guys, if you've watched to the end, I want to encourage you to please like and subscribe if you like this content. But also don't forget to leave a comment, because that really helps. That helps the algorithm understand who likes this content, but also helps each and every one of us, and certainly helps me, because I would love to hear where you guys are and what you've done in your channels. So far, I've already seen some comments that have been helpful to me. So I absolutely encourage you to do that. And I thank you for that. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll continue to create more videos and more content documenting this journey. But let's all push on. If you've been monetized, share. If you haven't been monetized, go ahead and share as well. I'm absolutely looking forward to hearing from each and every one of you. And I hope that we enjoy this journey together and continue to grow together. Best of luck with growing your channels. And I'll see you in the next video.